Okay, here we go. Remember, feet in the Clorox pan, or chlorine is what it is, dry chlorine. Boots on. Today I have gloves in case I pick up a chick for y'all. Gotta protect the birds and me too. See, can y'all tell? Look, see how they're spreading out across the house? And they're busy and they're active. That's what we want. They're beginning to spread across from one side to the other and all in the middle. And what that means is that they're very comfortable. They're not too hot and they're not too cold. Today the target temperature is 88.5. I put my gloves on in case I could pick up a chick for y'all so you could see. Oh, I got one for you. Okay, up close. Okay. If you'll notice, Nana needs to raise the drinker lines. See how they're ducking a little bit to get something to drink? We want them reaching. I'll post a chart sometime. We want them reaching a little bit so that it goes straight down into their throat and we don't waste any on the floor. We don't want the floors to get wet. It'll cause a problem in here, and I can talk more about that later. But here's a baby chick that Nana has. You can see it has the beak and the eyes, and maybe you didn't even know that chicks had ears, but they have ears. And it's a little nervous because they're not used to being held by human hands. But right now, they're completely covered in down. You see right on the tips, feathers. White feathers, and as they grow they'll get more and more of those, and I'll be excited to show you as they grow. But they have really grown since they were first placed on the farm, and we can tell when we have to raise up the water lines. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I was saying this morning earlier about the yolk. For the first 3 days after hatch, they can live off of that yolk. They get what they need. They don't really have to have much of anything else. It's just what gives them a great start. But once they come into the houses and hit the ground running, it's our job to make sure they find the water and they find the food so that they can keep growing for the rest of their lives. So that's why we have to come down here several times a day, because we just walk along this wall here and see, and it pushes them. That's a heater right there. I talked about that the other day. It blows out heat right there. We walk along these walls, and as you can see, it makes them go toward the water lines and the feed lines. Okay? See? They like to kind of bunch up, you know, be buddies. Remember the fence? I told you we use it to kind of divide up the birds to make sure there's not too many in one area or another. In this house, we have our house divided by 4. We have 4 sections. So there's another a math problem, boys and girls. 28,000 chicks. And we have 4 sections. So how many birds, how many baby chicks are in each section right now? Or at least that's what we try to do. Okay, I'll give you a second. 28,000 divided by 4. So when the truck brings them in and we help put them out, we try to put 7,000 in each section if we do it evenly. If we were to do it evenly. In this case, the end sections, the very back one, and the very front one are a little bit larger. So we divide it up a little bit differently, more in the front and more in the back. So I'm walking along the wall, and I'll pick it up a little bit because I don't want the videos to last too long. Lose interest, lose your attention. Okay, but you see them running, shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay. Another fun fact. When we first bring them into the house, they're used to like the shell and being comfortable and the sound of, like a baby hears the sound of their mama's heart. It's kind of like that. So when we first put them in here, they run toward us, not away from us. But it doesn't take them but the next day, and they start running like we're chasing them. Okay? They like to gather in the sun. The houses are built so that it kind of simulates an environment of them being outside if you were raising chickens and they were running around. This is the motor I was talking about, that when the pan empties, it'll automatically run more. See? And that one is kind of empty, or it is pretty empty. So Nana will have to start it up. Remember me saying sometimes you have to help it? So that it'll run some more fluid. And that's a fan on the end. Remember me telling you we have big fans in the back of the house? That's what these are. Running now is a 36-inch diameter. Okay? Alright, I'm going to tell you a little bit more every time we get in here. So that's it for today, so I can go on and keep working. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.